Hi, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin', and today we have a tutorial for you guys that is from a project that I had to create for the Facebook group that I am a part of called the Christmas Challenge Stampanthon. You guys, it's the 25th, so you know that that's when I usually post these videos. Okay, so what are we making this month? What is the challenge to do this month? You are to take your supplies, your paper crafting supplies, and create an ornament. And you can make any kind of ornament you want. You can invent one. You can find one on Pinterest. That's what I had to do. And then make sure that you post your projects by November 24th. You guys, this is the last month for this year. Oh my gosh, do you guys look back on your projects and think, oh, I'm ahead for Christmas? So, I mean, that's just wonderful, isn't it? All right, so let's get started on our project. We are going to make this double four-pointed star to create an 8-pointed star. Now, this one's just a little bit messed up because I was, practicing on it. But the next one will be very pretty. Okay, well, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is 2 sheets of 6x6 designer series paper, and I'm actually using the one from the Festive Farmhouse, same as this star. This one came from that paper, that DSP pack as well. So you need exactly, these need to make sure that they are 6x6. You can go make them larger if you want, but I found that the 6x6 was really easy for me, and I'll be able to put it on my tree. Okay, so we're going to take this paper right here, okay, and we are going to, both sheets you're going to do this to, okay. So I'm going to take and fold this sheet in half, and I do want to make sure that they line up. It does matter. Just take the time to make sure that they do line up. And I'm not going to use a bone folder right now because I found, for me, when I was using the bone folder to crease those edges, it made the corners and stuff a little bit, because I'm having to fold it a couple times. So I just used my fingers on this one. Okay, so I folded in that half. Now we're going to take our points and we're going to fold over to kind of like make a, what would you call this? And I'm just going to make sure these are lined up. Yep. So I'm just making sure before I press down that these are lined up. Okay, like top of a sailor's hat almost. Okay, and then we're going to take this one here. Yeah, I haven't done this one. And do the same thing. And this is why you will notice that sometimes you'll see if your paper trimmer is cutting like it's supposed to. Okay. And believe it or not, look at that. So not too much. What you're looking for is you don't want to see like this. Okay. You don't want to see that. You want to see just like that. All right. Now we've got that. So we've got these folded in half and all that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our ruler, and I'm going to take a pen, and you can use a pencil, I just can't find mine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure up 1.25 inches on each side where I folded it in half. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to go up 1.25 inches. You do want this to be precise because it does affect it in the end. Okay. And then I'm just gonna, and I'm using this as a guide. I probably, because my ruler is not right on the edge, because the way I'm finding the line, because of this paper being dark, it's hard for me to see where it's creased at, but I can cut on the crease just using the line as a guide. Okay, same one with this one. Stop. Okay, so now we went up. So you've got all 4 of your lines there. Okay, now I'm just going to take my paper snips, and I'm going to cut up on the crease up to all the way on that line. Okay. See that line? That line was really off of there. That's why I wanted you to make sure you you cut on the crease, not on the line, okay? But it's just a guide to help you with the measurement, and because you want to at least go all of them to be the same. Okay. Oh wait, one more. Okay. Make sure. Yep. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take each one of these like this, each one of these points right here, and we're going to fold over so that this edge right here, this edge right here, lines up with the folded edge right here. Okay, so you're going to take, and I'm going to try to make sure this is a point at the top. Okay, and line it up. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to line it up with my paper, my DSP. Before I fold it, I want to make sure that these down here are meeting. Okay, and this step is very important as well. You'll see in a minute. If you've not seen this, I'm sure you've probably seen this before, because I found it on Pinterest. It's an origami star. I was trying to look for something I could do for the ornament, to create an ornament, and this is what I found. And you guys know what? There's like no stamping involved. It's just DSP. It's just Designer Series paper. Okay. Another good way is you can lift this up to line this other one, this one first. So we'll do that here, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm just making sure these line up. Okay. Okay. And I'm just using my finger. So you can take this corner and lift this up, and you can take your point, both sides, and you can measure. You can use it to line it up, okay? But I'm not going, I've got to where now I can pretty much line it up, or you can lift it on this side. This side's better for me, okay? Lift it up like that and line it up. Okay, let's see. I gotta make sure that is truly lined up. I want that point. All right, and then go this side. So in essence, these two lines right here should match up, okay? So you should see this right here. Okay, and the last one. I'm not going fast on this because I really want you guys, I know for me, I was trying to really pay attention to see how they were doing that. And then I'm just gonna lift. So I just want to make sure that this, and you may have to force your paper down a little bit, just kind of help it to roll, to roll over. All those fibers in there, they're wanting to stay together. They're not liking what I'm doing here. Okay. Okay, so now we have this. This is what it should look like, okay? Now the next thing you're going to need some adhesive. And what we're going to do, okay, you can use glue, or you can use, glue is really what I found is the easiest because it gives you time to line it up. Okay, so what you want to do is take your glue and put over this right here, kind of some glue right there, just like that, okay? And you're going to take this flap, whoops, and lay it on this flap, okay? So you're going to lay it over. I took my finger and I lifted this up inside, and then I laid these two together like that, and then I kind of took my finger and went inside to kind of help it flatten out a little bit. But you want to make sure that these line up. It does matter. Okay, so take that like that. All right, so we'll do this next one. Same thing, just put some adhesive on there, and then lay it over, lift it up. I lifted this up, and then I'm going to line this up real quick. This is why you want to use glue. It gives you a chance to make sure you're lined up before it dries. And this last one, yeah, there is no stamping. I mean, yeah, you could create your own Designer Series paper, your own Designer Series paper with, I keep doing this. I keep wanting to turn it the other way. and then try to put my finger, and doesn't work that way. But you could stamp your own paper, and then, you know, use that as for your paper. That'd be fine too. Okay. All right, so then what we have end up with is this right here. Okay, now I've already done my other one, so I could have it ready. Now what we're going to do is basically we're going to match them up. Okay, so you're going to take the two open stars and put the two open pieces together. Now there's a couple different ways I've seen people putting these on, but for me, the glue dots work. And what I did was I took my glue dots and my paper piercer. Okay, I'm gonna need 4. So, well, there's one by himself I didn't get. And while I'm holding my star, because I want to kind of push them together a little bit so I don't see that opening, make sure you line it up, okay? And then I just lifted up one and goes, okay, so I'm going to need it right about there. Okay. Oh, I don't know why it doesn't want to stick to this. Okay. And then make sure it's flat again, and make sure that this point adheres to that glue dot, and it did. Okay, now I'm going to do this side. This was easier for me. You just have to find what's easy for you to how to put it on. You can try to line it up first and then figure out where your adhesive is going to go. I just found out that this was the best spot for this, the best way for me to do it. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then you've got you an 8-pointed star, and it's a little bit dimensional. So let me get my other one. I don't know if you can tell, but this one does definitely look better. Oh my gosh, I love these. So I plan on making a couple of these to put, you know, on my shelves and stuff, because I thought they would be really pretty on that. And then, of course, on my tree. I'm not going to punch a hole in it. You could attach a hanger, like right back here, if you wanted to. But I just plan on, like, sitting them in the tree. You know, you can sit ornaments in the tree. You don't always have to put them on a hanger. So, all right, guys. Well, all the measurements and product that I used will be listed below as usual. And don't forget to get those projects in, guys. This is the last month, and I can't wait to show you guys what you're winning. All right, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Toodles.